Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Monday and it's PGM time, your personal growth moment with Coach White here. I am so happy to be here with you. I'm thankful to rise another day, another Monday to start off another week with you. Man, I hope everything's going well for you this week, or I should say today, and I hope you had a great weekend. Fall has definitely hit here in Chicago, Illinois, without question. The leaves are now definitely turning that flaming yellow orange look that they have. They're starting to fall. I'm having to not so much rake. I bring out the lawnmower with the bag and I eat them up. I'm not going to spend my time raking all day long leaves. I just eat them up, keep the grass trim, dump the bag, and I'm a happy man out there. But I guess I do feel a little bit, now I don't feel sorry for, but if you're going to own a big piece of property, you got a lot of leaves, well, then you got a lot of work. Too much is given, much is required, as the Bible says. But I hope everything's going well for you. It is good this morning. Hey, Granny Diane, I'm so glad to see you this morning. I know you're an early riser. She's a country girl, not originally from a Michigan girl, but now a country girl. So, and I know she's always up early in the morning. And I'm glad to have you with me. God bless you. And we're going to wait a couple more minutes for people to get up this morning or get on their way or plug me up in their car, hopefully, as they get going on this Monday. I just feel that, with the seasons changing, it gets a little bit cooler. And I notice people turn up the heat a little bit more. They get wrapped up in that blanket. That pillow becomes a little bit more comfortable. The snooze button becomes a little bit more of their friend instead of an enemy. And I know I wanted to do it. I was up about 5:30 and got up and I'm laying there and I'm going, okay, the alarm's going off in 30 minutes. Let's see. And I really could not fall back to sleep. But I'm just thankful that I was able to sleep pretty much through the night and get some rest. I try to get at least 6 to 7 hours minimum of sleep. And I hope you're doing the same because sleep is hugely important. Hugely important for the rejuvenation of your body, especially if you're young. Your body's always growing, the body's always changing. And so you want to get as much sleep as possible. And I'm thankful for coffee. Hey, make today awesome. Got my cup with me today. I really enjoy that. I don't have a lot of it though. I know some people who can just drink, gosh, so much coffee throughout the course of the day. Personally, I can't do that. It starts to make me a little bit nauseous, but I just can't take it. I get about 2 cups, maybe 2.5, and boom, I'm done. I can't take any more after that. I gotta get out of there with the coffee. Start drinking the water, because I don't drink pop anymore. Man, I've given up on pop, and I used to be a Pepsi drinker. I don't know about you. What was your favorite drink? You might want to just text in the box, hit share, hit like today, in the box. And what was your? Mine was I was a Pepsi drinker. Before that, I mean, really, I was an RC. Now you have to go back a little ways to remember RC Cola. RC is probably my favorite. If I was going to be going back to pop, it'd be RC Cola. Hallelujah. We're going to talk today about character. Man, I think character is crucial. That's the title of what I'm going to talk about today. I can't tell you how many people have lost their positions in life because of a lack of character. Just when they were on the verge of making things happen in their life, a character flaw showed up and boom, just the carpet was yanked right out from underneath them. And so we're going to talk about character today. And so let's get started here because I know I only got to like about 15, 20 after. That's as far as I go. And you probably heard of the phrase, talent may get you in the door, but character is what keeps you there. That phrase could not be more true back then, now, and it'll be the same in the future. For a leader, character is crucial. Character determines whether people will trust you or not. It determines if people are going to believe in you. And let's be honest, no one wants to follow someone that they don't trust. Come on now. I mean, that's the truth. Because character, it affects leadership, and leadership always affects those whom follow. So if you have a lack of character, you can only think you can. I'll get it there. Let me get another sip of coffee. There I go. Okay. Your leadership, when you have bad leadership, you can only impart bad leadership. If you have a lack of character, then the only thing you can give is a lack of character. See, leaders have to understand that character is always being watched. Character is assessed by behaviors. Do they keep their promises? Do they do what they say they're going to do? Do they have my best interest at heart? You can watch people and determine whether or not they have good character or bad character. Whether it's character you can count on or character that you say, nope, I don't want to be a part of this situation. I don't want to be a part of this leadership team here. See, a leader has to be responsible for not only their personal development, but the development of others. And I have this thing that I believe that if you haven't been it before, then how can you be it now? If you haven't learned it, how can you impart it? That's just it. So if I have bad character, the only thing I can impart is bad character. But if I have good character, I can release good character qualities and traits into those who are following me. See, when you learn something, now you have something to impart. If you never learn quality character, good character, then how can you impart it? And so that's why you need to get under good leadership. You need to find someone who has good character, who has good attributes, has good character traits. And as you watch them lead, then you can have something imparted into you that when you become a leader, that you can impart to somebody else. That makes sense? I hope so. See, character operates on principles. And those principles vary based on where you are leading and whom you are leading. Because every culture is different. Every ethnicity is different. So there can be different principles for different things to take place. But I want to give you two today that are constant, that do not change, no matter where you go. And number one is, you can't lead others until you learn to lead yourself. You can't learn to lead others until you learn to lead yourself. They're not looking for the superhero. They're looking for someone they can trust. Come on, all right. It's not about you being perfect. It's about you showing up every day and being consistent at what you do so people know that there's a level of dependency in you and on you. Man, that makes a lot of sense right there. Dan Reline, whom I really trust, he's an author and he's a leader. And he says this: the bottom line is that a lack of confidence can slow you down, but a lack of character can take you out. He says you can have a lack of confidence and that can slow you down some, but when you have a lack of character, that's going to take you out. That's going to knock you out of the arena. That's going to push you to somewhere else that no one wants to trust and no one wants to be around. See, a leader, you can lack experience and improve. You can lack skills and you can improve. But if you lack character, you might as well close the shop. You might as well, Katie, bar the doors, as they say, put things away, because people don't trust those who have a lack of character. When I was the first year dean at Austin High School, now I lacked the experience of a dean. It was an administrative position. You had to have a master's. I didn't have any of those three in there. So I did not have the experience. I had some skills in dealing with relationships, being a teacher, being a coach, being a pastor, those types of things. But the one thing they did not know is, one, is he competent enough to handle what's going on? And two, what kind of character does he have? Well, I learned the competency skills that were necessary to become the dean. I improved my skills in my relationships with teachers, with administration, and with students. But the one thing that I had going into the building, I knew I had quality character. And so I spent my time talking to the people, talking to teachers. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? What are some of the problems that are going on? I talked to the students. How can I help you? What can I do for you? How can I make the classroom environment for you? How can I make the hallway safe for you? So I spent my time gaining the trust of those who I was going to be in leadership over and with. And believe me, I'll tell you, that made a huge difference, because once I got the confidence of the teachers, once I got the confidence and the trust of the students, man, people began to believe in me, and then we were able to change the culture. Now, if I would have had bad character, wasn't doing what I said I was going to do, not following through on things, my words were just going to the side, then no one would have believed in me, no one would have trusted me, and things would not have turned around. So again, you can have a lack of competency in your skills and your experience, but you can't have a lack in character. All right, number two, the leader's got to be consistent. Consistency is about you keeping your promises and doing what you say you're going to do on a regular basis. That's it. As long as you have consistency, people will see, okay, he's consistent in that field, he's consistent in that area, he's consistent in what he says, or she. Don't forget all you ladies who are leaders out there as well too. All right? So you have to have that character. So again, a leader has to be consistent. Now I'm going to talk about 3 areas. I know I'm running out of time here, but that's okay. Hang with me this morning. A leader has to be consistent in 3 areas. Now, habits, emotions, and words. Habits. When it comes to habits, we all know that we all have areas that we need to work on. We know what we're bad in. We know what we lack in terms of habits. But we have to have somebody that we can go to and say, hey, I need you to be real, what's that word? Subjective, I think it is. Objective, and look at me. What is it that I need to improve on? What habits do I need to grow in? Where do I need to be more faithful? What things do I need to be turned around? You have to find somebody who's willing to be honest with you. And I think that's one of the things that really helped me, because I went to the teachers a lot of times. If something didn't go right, I ended up developing relations with certain teachers that I really trusted. And I said, hey, this didn't go very well. What do I need to do to change this? What do you think that I could do, or I have students do, to make this thing turn around so it's beneficial for all of us? See, they were already there on the scene. They were in the trenches already doing everything. I was the new guy. So I really depended on what they had to say. And I think that's one of the things that leaders don't do enough of. You don't rely on the people in the trenches. Remember when you were in the trenches. Remember when you were coming up and no one talked to you and no one asked for your opinion and no one wanted to know what it's like down there, because they were already up here now. Seek those who are in the trenches. Seek their advice. Seek their wisdom. Look at their experiences, because times have changed from the last time that you were in the trenches leading whatever team, whatever ministry, or whatever group that you had there. All right? So, other part, emotions. You want to follow a leader where you don't have to walk on eggshells around him. Man, I'm going to rub my eyes here, because I have worked around leadership that, man, when you walked in the door, you never know what mood they were going to be in. You didn't know how they were going to respond. Well, you kind of knew how they were going to respond. They were going to blow up at everything, be argumentative about everything, or just, man, it just got to be tough. So you didn't know what to do, what to say. And many times when you're around that type of leader, you don't know what to say, so you say nothing. And you hold back all the information that might be necessary to change something around. See, as a leader, you can either destroy a relationship or you can improve a relationship. And your emotions have the opportunity to build something positive. There's sometimes I respond to my wife in the wrong way, because emotionally I might be upset, a little aggravated. I did that yesterday. I had so much going on with this teaching. I had so much preparation last night for today and what I got to do online. And I just snapped and I said the thing the wrong way. And what I responded out of my emotions, just, okay, you can walk away now. I was like, okay, yeah, I just did it right now. I let my emotions get away and I said something wrong. And she said, you can walk away now. See, emotions have a right place, a right time, that have to be demonstrated in the right way. And then this way you can build relationships. Again, you want to say the right things at the right time to build that relationship with your team. You are in charge of your emotions. Don't let your emotions be in charge of you. Yesterday they were in charge of me for that brief moment. And I'm laughing right now because that was so funny as I look back at it right now. You can walk away now. And that was my wife being nice to me and saying, I'm not going to argue with you. We're not going to fight here. You can just walk away. So, man, that's just too funny. All right. So, hey, what a segue. Words. As a leader with character, you have to have good words. We've all probably made the mistake of saying something we should not have said. I should have said that yesterday, I agree. Loose lips sink ships. I'm sure you heard that before, have you not? Loose lips sink ships. You can say something that can sink a relationship. You can say something that will sink an entire project, an entire idea. You can just destroy the motivation of somebody. So leaders, a leader with good character, you have to watch your words. And one of the best ways to do that is to practice speaking words of encouragement, words that build, words that support, words that show you care. When you practice those at home, and again, practice that with your family. If you don't have a family yet, practice that with your friends. But learn to build that vocabulary. So that's what instinctively comes out of you. Because people want to know that you care. People want to know that, are you listening to them? People want to know that, can they trust that when they confide in you, it's going to stay between that leader and mentor relationship. I should say that leader and employee relationship, or the protege and the mentor relationship. So people want to be able to trust that what I say is, you're going to take it and value it. Man, I think that's one of the things I've learned with my kids, having my own kids. They want to know, is what I'm saying having value? And if you can value what people say, man, people will pour into you and people will trust you. And this is one thing I've learned that's really big in any case, as a father, as a leader, as a teacher, is say, I'm sorry. When you've missed it, can you say, I'm sorry? Can you say, my fault? Hey, I missed it. Yep. It's my, or as they say down south, my bad. No, that was my responsibility and I missed it. Instead of putting it off, blaming somebody else, or saying, no, that's not my responsibility, or whatever the case may be. Man, when I did that with my kids growing up, it made a huge difference in them trusting me. I say that to my students at school, and I say, no, that's my fault. No, you didn't do that. That's my fault. Because how many times have adults have been blaming their children for something when it's really been their fault? But they put the blame on them because they won't take responsibility, or they want to show this infallibility or something about them. No, when I mess up, hey, that's my fault. That's my bad. So people want to see that when it happens. And that, you know what, to me, that's a high level of character, that you are willing to say, you know what, I'm vulnerable, I make mistakes, and so I'm going to take responsibility for it. So saying the right thing at the right time to the right person can be all the difference in the world. Improve your character, work on your character, ask somebody if there's anything in your character that you need to change, that you need to improve on. And don't get upset. Don't get upset. Sometimes I'll go to my wife, babe, could I have done this better? Could I have said this better? Did I approach this the right way? And I'll ask my wife, and she'll tell me bluntly. And sometimes I want to get angry because I feel I'm right. But you know what? It's not about me being right. It's about me building the type of character that people can trust, believe in, and depend on. Hey, it's a great PGM today. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you did some likes and shares. And Yvette, thank you so much for being in there. Hey, Pastor Jeff, man, I know he's always up praying, man, this morning. Thank you. And Robin for being here this morning. Who else? Man, there's names on there. But just thank you so much. Have a great day and live motivated.